Voyager Digital filed bankruptcy then, and now it's Celsius filing bankruptcy. So is it even safe or secure to hold our funds in a DeFi protocols or lending protocols or even a centralized exchange? So in this video, we'll talk about everything that you need to just look through to keep your funds safe. Let's get into the video. So let's first understand why these companies failed in the first place and what can we learn from these mistakes so that we can keep our funds secure in the cryptocurrency space. First of all, Celsius and other platforms are lending product platforms which offer 13 to 18% APR returns on cryptocurrencies and stablecoins. First, this is claimed to be so unsustainable by most people in the cryptocurrency space because anyone could just throw in their stable coins for 13 to 15% interest with zero risk. That's people call it unsustainable. Yeah, that's what we are seeing right now. And over the 2020 and 2021 was a very good period of time for the cryptocurrency market, where most cryptocurrency had its bull run in the late 2020 and early 2021, and money was flowing into the market. There was no problem in these protocols platforms. And when the bear market started and the Terra Luna crash that wiped off like 40 to 50 billion dollars worth of Terra and USD, and that collapse was the reason for this domino effect of falling companies like one after one. Three Arrow Capital, Celsius, Wall, and Voyager Digital. And so one of the reasons that most companies applied for bankruptcy is mainly related to this Luna crash happened in early May. So that's where the Three Arrow Capital comes into play, where they bought some $700 million from Voyager Digital, and that they used the funds to just buy Luna, and that went to little to zero, 700 million to zero, and they weren't able to just repay the loan, and some liquidations. Overall market conditions slumped, and again after Three Arrow Capitals failed, and Voyager was pushed to just apply for a bankruptcy chapter 11. So this continues like a domino effect, and one after one everything started. We never know which company is going to fall apart next, and every cryptocurrency trader would eventually have so many funds distributed over different exchanges. And one thing that we can do here is that move all your long-term holdings to non-custodial wallets like MetaMask, or wallets like that, or even use cold wallets, hardware wallets to use secure funds. If you're trading like short term, just make sure you're using top trusted exchanges. In fact, Binance, I just looked through the daily trading volume. It has around $12 billion of trading volume even during this bear markets, where other exchanges would have been millions. So this is a clear distinguishing factor that Binance is the top exchange. It has insane liquidity, and the chances are that Binance going to fail is very too less, and it's too big to fail. So if you're going to trade, make sure you're trading on top exchanges that may not fall. But the main companies that are falling apart during these times are the leverage based companies, like the platforms that are offering 13 to 20% interest rates. And the reason why Terra Luna crashed was the unsustained growth. Like USD grew from nothing to $40 billion in just a matter of 2 years. That's just very fast for a algorithmic stable coin, and that was the reason that it collapsed. And USD attracted so many people with this insane amount of returns of 18 to 22% from Anchor protocol, and that is that's a separate chapter, and that caused its downfall. And the companies falling apart right now are the companies that indirectly got affected to the Terra crackdown or the leveraged traded liquidations. So what we can do now is that start using a non-custodial wallet over a custodial wallet. So you are in control of your funds, and no one will be able to access you. What is a custodial wallet and a non-custodial wallet? A custodial wallet is a wallet that is not owned by you, but it is controlled on behalf of you by someone else. So wallets like exchange wallets like Binance wallet and WazirX wallet, CoinDesk wallet, any wallet that you use in exchanges or custodial wallet, because the custody of your cryptocurrency is not with you but with a company that is holding and making transactions on your behalf. So this means like your money is not yours, but the money is with them, and it's like you are able to withdraw it whenever you want. So it's kind of no, yeah, the custody is given to them. So, and even an interesting thing that I found was Celsius on its filing in the recent bankruptcy filing. They mentioned that the money you have with us is not yours. And I saw this quote from a CoffeeZilla episode, and I found it very very, this is very difficult for people to just who just kept their hard earned savings into the Celsius platform. So be aware. So we would always not consider custodial wallets as an option to store our cryptocurrencies for long term. So coming to the non-custodial wallet section, non-custodial wallets are wallets like MetaMask and Phantom, Trust Wallet, which has the custody is with you yourself. You have the private key, and you are going to if you lose it, you are losing your money. If not, you're just going to control that wallet with the private key, and that's the only way, and you are the only one who can access the wallet. So no company will be able to just just block or suspend your funds from being accessed by your wallet. So non-custodial wallets are very good option for you if you're going to choose a long-term crypto holding, and would consider even like 6 months, which is fine actually. So each this is a very good option. And even that hardware wallets like SafeWall and Trezor, Ledger are even more secure option for you to store your cryptocurrency for a long time, because when you are using a MetaMask on your mobile phone, your mobile phone is eventually going to be connected to an internet connection, and if your phone gets infected with some kind of malware, and there's high chance that your private key is going to get compromised, and eventually your funds can be just stolen by the hacker or something. So when you're choosing a hardware wallet, the hardware wallet would isolate itself from being connected to an internet, and it's not going to be affected by any malware from the internet. So it's very secure, and most people in the cryptocurrency space that hold for a long time use hardware wallet, which is a secure option of storing your cryptocurrency. In this video, we talked about what was the reasons for the companies to fail, and non-custodial and non-custodial wallets. And I see a lot of people panicking to just move their funds from exchanges to outside of the to a non-custodial wallet. And if you're a small size trader, let's say if you're going to trade like a $200 or $300, it doesn't make sense to just move your funds off and on from exchanges to non-custodial wallet, because like let's say if you're going to trade Ethereum, and it makes no sense to just use decentralized trading platforms with this gas fees. It's going to just eat up your money. And at the same time, if you're just staying small and doing small size trades, it's not a big problem for you to stay under the exchange and do trades. Only it is safe only when you're doing small size holdings and tradings. So if you're like if you want to just store your crypto for let's say next 6 months or 1 year, and you're not going to touch it, the safer option and the better option would be having a non-custodial wallet or even a hardware wallet. So that's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.